For YouTube, I'm going to go back and forth with holding this mic and pinning this mic. It probably sounds better when I hold it. I can still hear my voice being amplified when I pin it. It just sounds different. And on TikTok, hopefully you just can hear me. Okay? So welcome in. If you are a replay viewer on YouTube, comment the word replay so that I know that you're catching the replay. Algorithm, I need you to push this out. Push this video out on TikTok and on YouTube. So if you are currently at a place in your life where you're like, hey Gary, where you're like, there has to be more to life. Like, this can't be life. This can't be it. Is this really all there is for me? Then this live is going to be your sign that you are not crazy and you are not ungrateful. Okay? Some of you prayed. I'm trying to adjust my desk, y'all. Some of you prayed. You've worked hard. You did all of the things. Okay? You survived, but deep down, you still believe that. Deep down, you still don't believe you deserve more, even though you're asking and you're saying to yourself, is this really it? Like, is this it? This can't be it. So I'm here for you today. Okay? Again, I'm going to be taking the mic off and on. All right? What's up, Peter? What's up? Alone. I'm going to just start calling people out when I see them scrolling in and out on TikTok. Okay? So today we're going to talk about why you keep settling. Why you keep settling and how to finally believe that you actually do deserve more. So let me say this before we get into it. This is a safe space for women who look strong on the outside, but you're tired of shrinking on the inside. Okay? You don't have to downplay your desires. Not over here. If you want more, that does not make you prideful. Okay? It's alignment. That's all that is. And today is not about bashing where you are. It's about finally telling the truth about what you actually want. Thank you, whoever is on YouTube sending me the hearts. Thank you so much. Thank you on YouTube for hitting the like button. All right. So if you are new here, my name is Roneshia. I am an inner healing coach. I help high functioning, faith-filled women calm their nervous system, clear their mental clutter, and stop settling for crumbs in their relationship, their purpose, and their life overall. Okay? So quick heads up, at the end of this live, I'm going to share my clarity reset with you. If this message hits you hard, that's the next step that you want to walk into in real life. Okay? It's a 7-day nervous system and mindset reset. Nervous system and mindset reset. That's what it is. So, for women who are tired of living beneath where God has called them to be. So, let me know where you're watching from. If you're able to type, drop it in TikTok, drop it in YouTube. Let me know where you're typing, where you're watching from. On TikTok, as you come in, please tap the screen. On YouTube, as you come in, hit the like button because that's going to push the video out. Okay? So, you are not crazy for wanting more. You are not crazy for wanting more. It was never meant for you to live your life small. It was never meant for you to just shrink back and to not take up space. That was never the assignment, okay? And it's crazy how we quote the scripture about, oh, we're a chosen generation, a royal priesthood. But then when you start to desire this royalty in the earth, you start feeling bad. I need you to make a decision. Are you a chosen generation in a royal priesthood or are you not? Are you a daughter? Are you a son? Or are you an orphan and a beggar? I need you to make up your mind. Okay? So before we dive in, if you love healing conversations like this, go ahead, hit the subscribe button on YouTube. Follow me on TikTok, even if you're watching from the hallway. What's up, stalker? Okay? Make sure you turn on your notifications and hopefully they'll let you know when I'm live and when I drop videos. Okay, I dropped a video yesterday that you all need to go watch on YouTube to prepare you for your family dinner. If you're going to be around family and you're anxious or you're like, oh Lord, I know it's going to pop off, go watch that video before Thanksgiving Day. Hello. Okay. So again, if you're just joining, my name is Roneshia. Today we're talking about how to start believing you deserve more, how to start actually believing that, not just saying it, especially when life and people have trained you to settle. If you already feel seen and called out, you're in the right room. Okay. Feel free to share this live with another woman who has been settling. All right. Thank you, YouTube, for hitting the like button. So let's jump into it. Why don't you believe that you deserve more? Wait, why I haven't been getting it? They always do that, Dr. Audrey. So on YouTube, even if you have your notifications, what's up? I don't know if it's Robert. What's up, Robert? What's up, Brittany? On YouTube, even if you have your notifications turned on, they still won't send it out to everybody that has it on. It's really weird because less than 1% of the people that are subscribed to me on YouTube and have their notifications on actually come on my lives. The rest of it are people, brand new people. So I don't know why they do that. But what's up, Dr. Audrey? All right. So why don't you believe you deserve more? We're about to jump right into it. I'm just beginning. So you're really coming in at the right time. All right, so most high achieving women, they don't struggle with information. They struggle with identity. And make sure you're taking notes if you are someone who is able to take notes. If you can't take notes right now, you're working, you're driving, whatever. The replay is always on my YouTube channel under my Inner Healing Masterclass playlist, okay? So the high achieving woman, you know the scriptures, you know the affirmations, you have the strategy, but then there's a part of you that still doesn't feel worthy. You still don't feel worthy. So your mind can repeat over and over, I know I deserve better. I know I deserve better, but your body is still fighting and it feels that the struggle is safer. When you say it out loud, it sounds crazy, right? Your nervous system will always pull back to what feels familiar, even if familiar is beneath you. Your nervous system will always go back to what feels familiar, even if that familiar feeling is beneath you. So I'm going to give you 3 roots, okay? This is why you don't believe you deserve more. It's a good place to start taking notes if you're taking notes. Root number 1, because y'all know I love dealing with the root cause of a thing. Thank you so much, Dr. Audrey. Number 1, your childhood and family programming. This is one of the root causes of why you believe that you don't deserve more. Childhood and family programming. So you were praised for being low maintenance. You were praised for being easy. You were praised for being the good girl. If you're a man watching, the good boy. Okay, you were praised for this. So you learned not to need too much. Let me not need too much. Let me not want too much. Let me not ask for too much. Programming. You understand? Wanting more, it felt difficult. It felt like you were being difficult when you wanted more. This is something you learned in your childhood. So you shrunk back. with your childhood or your family. So you shrunk back instead of taking up space. And you got love whenever it was convenient, not when you were being honest. You learned early in life that your needs were negotiable. So now your standards are too. Type good girl or good guy in the chat if that was you, if you're a man watching. If you were the one that was always trying not, I don't want to be a burden. You were always trying not to be the burden. Type good girl or good guy in the chat if that's you. Number 2, this is the second root cause as to why you don't believe you deserve more. Church or religious conditioning. Thank you, Dr. Audrey. Number 2, church or religious conditioning. They were confusing humility with self-neglect. Thank you, Natasha. Hey, girl, hey. You were told to just be grateful. Whenever you desire something, oh, just be grateful for what you have. Just be grateful. It was shut down. Your desires were always shut down. But the Bible says in Psalm 37:4, if you delight yourself in the Lord, He will give you the desires of your hearts. We talk about the needs. Yes, He is the God who meets your need according to His riches and glory. But He's also the God that meets your wants, your desires. Okay? I just gave you Bible for that. The church taught you something different. Hi, Bethany. So the idea that wanting more, the idea of wanting more, the church made you feel like, oh, you're greedy. Oh, you're selfish. Oh, that's not spiritual. You're unspiritual. This is what you learned in the church or your religious organization. On top of that, this really isn't about to make any sense. Not only did they teach you that wanting and desiring more made you selfish, greedy, and unspiritual, they turned around and taught you to clap for everyone else's blessings, but to apologize for your own. You should celebrate them. This just happened, that just happened. You need to clap, you need to celebrate. Don't be a hater, don't be jealous. But then they want you to apologize when God does it for you. Make it make sense. Some of you, and I've talked about this, I've mentioned this so many times before, you confuse holiness with suffering. Holiness and suffering. There are some religious sects, S-E-C-T-S. Y'all know this gap. Sometimes I can't pronounce stuff. But they teach their people the less you have, the more you struggle, the closer you are to God. You have no Bible for that. And I don't consider myself a Bible scholar, but I know enough. You don't have Bible for that. That makes no sense. It's crazy. And most of the people, pastors, leaders that teach that, they living and balling off of your money. But then they teach you the less you have, the closer you are to God. So when your life starts to get easier, you start feeling guilty. I'm talking better than y'all saying amen. Write this down, what I'm about to tell you. If you're able to, if not, catch the replay, write this down. Gratitude and desire can coexist. Write that down in your notebook. You can be thankful for where you are and still know it's not your final step. It's not your final stop. Dr. Audrey is someone who knows me in real life. We bounce stuff off each other in real life. We are both grateful. Paul said, I've learned whatever state I'm in to be content. We know how to be grateful in our current state, but we also know this is not our end. This is not the end of our story. Okay? Does that make sense? Natasha said you're giving fresh revelation from the throne. Clock it, sis. Send this out to somebody else. And don't forget to hit the like button, okay? So, did you all write that down? Gratitude and desire can coexist. You can be thankful for where you are and still know it's not your final stop. I'm trying to help y'all today. Number 3, I'm giving you the root causes of why you don't feel like you deserve more. Number 3, trauma and rejection. For those that are just coming in, number 1 was childhood and family programming. Number 2, church and religious conditioning. Number 3, trauma and rejection. Some of you have dealt with emotional abandonment. Oh, I just saw your question, Dr. Audrey. Number 2 is church and religious conditioning. There are some people who don't go to church, but they're still extremely religious. And then number 3 is trauma and rejection. So some of you've dealt with emotional abandonment, betrayal on all levels, or toxic relationships. You became the strong one, the fixer, and the peacemaker. I act like my hair is so long. Listen, I don't know why I just did that. Love felt conditional for you. Okay? So now you believe that everything has to be earned. You can't just receive. You don't believe that you're just owed things just because of who you are. You feel like you have to earn it. And if you're not earning it, if you're not struggling, if you're not striving, if you're not grinding, if you're not hustling, you believe you don't deserve it. This is trauma. Okay? Hopefully this mic is not too loud. Also, you learn to overfunction for people who underchoose you. I'll say it again. You learn to overfunction for people who underchoose you. Okay. So somewhere along the lines, you stop asking, do I want this? And you start saying, can I survive this? Somewhere along the way, Natasha said, ouch. Thank you for your honesty. Hello? When your body is used to surviving barely enough, that can feel safer than more than enough. Why? Because more than enough feels unfamiliar. It feels unfamiliar. It feels foreign. It feels funny. So let me just stay over here with barely enough. Let me stay on the struggle bus because I'm used to the struggle bus. My parents were on the struggle bus. My grandparents were on the struggle bus. Struggle bus was passed on to me. And I'm going to just stay here because that's my comfort zone. That's trauma, boo. Trauma. So let me know if you feel seen already. Drop a broken heart in the chat. Drop a broken heart in the chat, even if you're watching the replay. If you're like, okay, this girl is calling me out. Tell me which one of these 3, if you've been on the whole time, which one of these 3 hit you the hardest? Was it family, church, or trauma? Because these are the 3 roots. And this is why in the Clarity Reset, we don't just talk about mindset. We retrain your nervous system to stop normalizing crumbs. You don't have to get comfortable with the crumbs. You don't have to just accept the crumbs. Okay, let me do a quick room reset. My name is Roneshia. If you're just joining, welcome in. I'm an inner healing coach. I help high achieving women regulate their nervous systems so that peace and clarity becomes their baseline again. Today we're talking about why you don't believe you deserve more. Even though you're gifted, you're called, you're anointed, you're successful, and you still battle and don't believe you deserve it. Someone on TikTok said church and trauma hit them the most. Thank you for being honest. If you are listening like, okay, girl, you dragging me, you're in the right place at the right time. All right, make sure you share this with someone if this is resonating with you. Share this with someone who's always secretly pouring into somebody else. And she's like, man, she's settling in her own life. Share this with them. Hit the like button, please, on YouTube. It pushes the video out. Dr. Audrey said it was all three for me. Thank you for your honesty. Listen, okay? Let's talk about how settling shows up in your life. You think this is normal, but it's not. Patricia said family and so-called friends. So-called, baby. Don't get me started on that so-called friends. Don't get me started. I'll be someone, I'm like, I know my circle is good now. I know I'm good. And then I start getting these words. Hey, God said there's somebody around you can't trust. I'm like, there's no way. My circle has turned into a dot. There is no way. And then boom, something else gets exposed. All you have to do is be quiet. People expose themselves. So those so-called friends, I hope you're leaving them in 2025. And we're trying to get you to a place where you don't even have to keep cutting people off every year. At the end of every year, I need you to get y'all to a place where you don't have to do that every year. Okay? What's up, Salithia? CC. Salithia said all of them. Thank you for your honesty. All right, so let's start talking about how settling shows up in your life. Okay? You got used to it. You're calling it normal, but I'm going to expose how it really shows up. And as we go through these, please don't beat yourself up. I was the queen of beating myself up. I keep telling y'all, I'll be talking about what I went through. Okay? Do not beat yourself up while I go through these. I just need you to listen to see where your spirit is whispering, oh my God, this is me. Oh my God, Roneshia, this is me. All right, so there are 4 realms where settling shows up in your life. Number 1, it shows up in your relationships. For those that are taking notes, just put relationships. Thank you for hitting the like button on YouTube. Just write down relationships, okay? This shows up as you end up entertaining inconsistent men. Women, if you're watching and you're a man, trust me, I've had men talk to me about crazy stuff they dealt with. And I'm like, bro, why did you deal with that? Okay. So it's not just the men, it's the women too. You overfunction when it comes to your friendships or so-called friendships, as Patricia said. You've managed to become the emotional anchor, but you're getting crumbs in return. You're saying, as it relates to these relationships, this is you. Well, it's not that bad, but your heart is clearly starving. And I do mean starving. But you say, oh, it's not that bad. You're always making an excuse for the other party. Okay? And that was my last point. You make excuses for people who would never stretch like that for you. They would never do it for you. But you're making all of these excuses for them. And then you turn around and you call it loyalty. Why? Because you have a fear of being alone. You see this also in people that jump from relationship to relationship to relationship. What's up, Tay? Don't say nothing, but I see you. To relationship. Y'all be trying to hide my family because I get crazy messages. And unless y'all want to see me viral and in handcuffs, I don't post my family or nothing. Okay? You call it loyalty because you have a fear of being alone. All right? So, if you know that the relationships, if you know this was your area, put relationships in the chat. What's up, Quanda? Put relationships in the chat so that you can see, oh, I'm not the only one. Just drop relationships in the chat. All right. Number 2, I'm giving you the 4 realms in your life where settling shows up. And it's because you don't believe you deserve more. So number 1 was relationships. Number 2, work and purpose. It shows up in your work and your purpose. So you end up staying in jobs that drain you. Thank you for your transparency, Cece. I've been wanting to say Salithia and Cece. Yes, and I'm doing double emotional work, trying to understand. Girl, I don't do double emotional work. Hopefully, stay on here. Hopefully, I can help you. I don't want you doing all this extra work, baby. You need to be resting. You end up staying in jobs that drain you. Okay? You undervalue your gifts. So then you start undercharging. And then you never ask for more. Y'all, the way I used to undercharge, I'm talking about back in 2020. When did I start doing one-on-ones? Was it 2022 or 23? Either way, I was undercharging. And not only was I undercharging, I would sit. See, I can say this publicly now because it's not going to happen now. I would sit and let people. Natasha said, that's me. Thank you for your honesty. I would sit and let people maybe book a 30-minute one-on-one session. I would let them go over an extra 30 minutes and just be like, don't tell nobody. And then they were just playing in my face because when I checked back in with them, they didn't even do the simple instructions I gave them. Don't be like me, okay? Some of you also, this is where settling shows up in your work and purpose. You're doing more work than you're paid for, and then you call it, oh, I'm just being a team player. That's what you say. You're being a team player. You're the one that they always call to fix the crisis, but you're scared to ask for a raise. I have had multiple jobs where I knew more than my supervisor. I was used as a trainer, even though that was not my job. I was training all the new people and still wouldn't ask for a raise. Don't be like me. Okay? So it's like when it comes to your work and your purpose, you're good enough to hold everything together, but not bold enough to ask that you're honored for it. Run me my coins. Type that in the chat. Run me my coin. Drop that in the chat. Thank you for hitting the like button on YouTube. If you are someone who's an entrepreneur, if you are on a 9-to-5, if you do both, but you know you have been settling in that area, type in the chat, run me my coin. I know that's right, Dr. Audrey. Run me my coins, okay? So your job is benefiting from your brilliance, but that doesn't mean they get to own your worth. It doesn't work like that, all right? Number 3, the third realm that settling shows up in as far as your life. Natasha, CC, I know that's right. Run me my coins. What's up, Rebecca? Your spiritual life. This is the third spot where settling shows up. So you're the go-to intercessor. You're the go-to encourager, but you never receive. Someone says, whenever there's available shifts, I'm the first to pick up all of it. And I have 2 jobs. Don't get me started on that. When I was working at DSS, y'all, I used to work so many hours overtime, and we were on salary. I used to drive my car out to people's houses. We were supposed to use a state car. Don't get me started on that, honey. All right, so your spiritual life. You're the go-to intercessor, the go-to encourager, but you're never receiving. You're serving out of obligation and not from a place of overflow. You feel like you're obligated to serve them. You're obligated to help. You're obligated to do X, Y, and Z. You should not be serving out of a place of obligation. You should be serving and pouring from a place of overflow. Does that make sense? All 2,000 of you that are watching me right now. All right. And also, you start feeling guilty when you need to rest or say no. You feel so horrible about resting and just saying no. Okay. Some of you are spiritually exhausted because you think being used by God means being used by people. That's not the same thing. What's up, Coach Ro? Okay, roll from one row to another. All right. Thank you for liking the live on TikTok. Being used by God and being used by people, that is not the same thing. All right. And number 4, the fourth place where settling shows up in your life is with yourself. I need you to listen at me. All you self-sabotagers, lean in. And I hope you're taking notes. If not, the replay will be on YouTube always. You talk yourself out of opportunities. Self-sabotage. Oh my gosh, she said we do have the same name. It's just one letter. What? Yeah, mine is R-O. Well, you see mine, R-O-N-E. Oh, name twin. Okay, where was I? Y'all know I be throwing. Hold on, y'all. Sorry. Yes, you talk yourself out of opportunities. All of you self-sabotagers. Okay, I'm gonna have to look for your account when I get off here, Coach Ro. I love to follow people that have the same name as me. You talk yourself out of opportunities. You shrink your personality. If you've been following me for a while, you've heard me talk about how I would shrink back, dumb myself down so other people could feel good about themselves. Don't do that. Don't be like me, how I was, okay? Also, you will downplay your beauty, your brilliance, or your desires. Stop lying to yourself. You'll buy the bare minimum for yourself while going above and beyond for other people. Let me know if y'all can still hear me when I put this mic down. Let me know if you can still hear me good on YouTube. So you treat everybody else like royalty, but then you treat yourself like an option. Baby, that's backwards. You have mastered surviving beneath your standards. Okay, thank you, Dr. Audrey. You have mastered surviving so well beneath your standards that you forgot you had standards. Okay, thank you, Coach Ro. I need you to put your hand on your heart and just whisper, I deserve more than the bare minimum. Just say that. I deserve more than bare minimum. Let me know which one of those 4 categories hit you the most. What hit you the hardest? Was the relationships, work, spiritual, or self? Where have you been settling? Type it in the chat. If you're just joining, let me reset the room real quick. Listen, I deserve more than bare minimum. Nothing about me gives bare minimum. I don't care where I am in life. Nothing about me has ever given bare minimum. Dr. Audrey says spiritual. Okay, so if you're just joining, welcome in. My name is Roneshia. I'm an inner healing coach. Right now, we're exposing how settling has been hiding in your life, the different places it's been hiding, and how you need to start believing that you deserve more. We've talked about where the low standards come from and how they show up. Now we're going to talk about what God actually says about your worth. What God actually says about your worth, okay? If you know this live is reading your mail, baby, I need you to hit the like button. Make sure you're subscribed to my YouTube channel. If you're on TikTok, make sure you're following me so that you don't miss any of my content, okay? It's giving inner healing. We do healing, not hype over here. All right? Now, we're going to talk about deserving more versus being prideful and what God actually says about your worth. So a lot of you're stuck because you equated deserving more to being arrogant and cocky and, oh, you think you're all that. So we're going to separate the lies from the truth. All right. Humility is not hating yourself. That's not what that means. Humility is actually agreeing with what God said about you. Hello? hmm So, this whole identity versus ego thing, when you're talking about the ego is screaming, I'm better than everyone else, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's ego. But identity, it doesn't have to scream. It whispers, I'm worthy because God says so. Two different type of energies, and you can even feel it, okay? So seeking more as a daughter is absolutely fine because orphans, they strive. You don't have to strive. You're not an orphan, but it is okay as a daughter to seek what is rightfully yours, is your inheritance. All right? You're not asking for more because you're better. You're asking for more because you finally believe that you're not disposable. Hmm. Daughters receive differently. If you're a man that's watching sons, but daughters receive differently. Orphans hustle for what daughters just inherit. Does that make sense? You all can't even see our little blurb over there on TikTok. Orphans hustle for what daughters just inherit. Okay? Then there's desire versus greed. So when you're talking about desire, when we talk about desire, I gave you the scripture earlier about desire. That's wanting alignment, peace, safety, honor, and purpose. Okay. When you're talking about greed, you just want more because you're trying to prove something to somebody, or you're trying to numb some pain, something you don't want to feel. Let me numb it. Let me go do this, get that. Two different things. Do you see it? God is not threatened by your desire for peace, safety, love, or abundance. He is not threatened by that. He's not. And he is not impressed. Brace yourself. He is not impressed by you staying in what harms you just so you can look humble. Some of you are staying in what's harming you, and you're staying in the name of God because the church taught you that. And God is sitting there like, I ain't got nothing to do with this. Okay. If you've ever called your desire selfish just to make other people comfortable, type no more in the chat. Type no more in the chat. All right, number 3, scripture and truth. Scripture and truth. The scripture says God gives good gifts to men, okay? It also says that you're fearfully and wonderfully made. It also says, above all, I wish that you would prosper and be in health. Prosperity is not just about money. Prosperity is also a regulated nervous system. Prosperity is also healthy boundaries. Some of you, oh my God, you do not have a boundary. I don't understand. Even Jesus set boundaries. I don't know if it was my pastor some Sunday or someone else talking about how God even has boundaries. I think it's my pastor because me and her, we just be in alignment, child. I think it was her. Okay. Prosperity is about going into rooms that actually honor you. Jody, does that say Jody? The phone is so far away. Welcome in, Jody. I think it says Jody. If it doesn't, my bad. The phone is really far away. All right. So it's not prideful. It's not pride. You wanting more, desiring more, that is not pride. It's refusing to agree with a life that is beneath what God said about you. Does that make sense? I need you all to remember you are supposed to be living an abundant life. Bible. You're supposed to be living an abundant life. The word abundant, look it up. It literally means existing or available in large quantities, plentiful. This is the life you're supposed to be living. Why do you feel bad for it? Why don't you believe that you deserve it? Oh, okay. So this is why I created the Clarity Reset, to help you detox from the lies that trained you to believe, that trained you to live beneath what God has called you to. Okay? Type alignment in the chat if you're done confusing settling with humility. Not me with both phones in front of me and I'm like, it sounds like my phone is ringing. I'm done. Type type alignment in the chat. Y'all play too much. I'm being serious. Type alignment in the chat, baby, if you are done settling. Okay? Quick reset. We're about to shift from talking about settling to how you can actually believe that you deserve what you have been praying for. If your heart is feeling some type of way right now, that is perfectly fine. This is what happens when old beliefs start to be challenged. When they start being challenged. Thank you, Dr. Audrey. Thank you, Natasha. I'm going to just assume TikTok is driving in the or at work and they can't type right now. All right. Before we switch, you don't have to. You don't have to do this. Ooh, what's up, princess? I think it says, oh, I can't see. I think it says princess. What's up, Rosalind? Rosalind, I feel like I haven't seen your name in a while. Maybe I'm tripping. Y'all know I get lost in time. Natasha said, you are blessing me. Thank you, girl. Y'all know I get lost in time. Maybe I'm tripping, Rosalind. If you want, no pressure. What's one thing you've been settling for? Put it in the chat, but you don't have to if you don't want to. Okay. God bless you too. You don't have to put it in the chat if you're not comfortable. But if you are comfortable, just name one thing that you have been settling for. I'm gonna give y'all a few seconds to see if anybody puts it in the chat. This can also help me see what I need to teach on more. Love. Ooh. A lot of people settle in that area, Dr. Audrey. I've been doing a lot of, not a lot, but I've been doing some reels regarding that. I think I do have a long form video that I'm doing regarding that. Anybody else want to put what they've been settling for? Accepting, okay? Anybody else? I know that's right. Oh, I settle in that area too. Okay. All right. So if you already know that you don't want to do this work alone, stay with me to the end if you can. If not, catch the replay, and I'm going to tell you about my 7-day clarity reset that has been changing women's lives behind the scene. All right. So let's jump into the meat of the message. How do you start believing you actually deserve more? Roneshia, how do we start doing sabotaging opportunities? Baby, I used to do the same thing. Thank you all for being honest and transparent. And I'm sure even though everybody's not typing, trust me, you are not alone with the stuff that you're putting in the chat. I promise y'all, okay? Thank you also for hitting the like button on YouTube. Y'all doing y'all big one with the likes today. Clock it. Okay. So let's talk about how we're going to shift this, not just in your head, but in your body, your habits, and your expectations. How do we shift? I'm going to give you 4 steps for those of you that are taking notes. For those of you that are taking notes, I'm glad you're no longer settling for love. You're no longer settling just to be accepted. You're no longer going to self-sabotage any opportunity. Okay, you're gonna be free. You're getting free today. Okay, 4 steps. Step number 1: how to start believing you deserve more. Step number 1: you have to tell yourself the truth. Write that down. Step 1, tell yourself the truth. Thank you, Dr. Audrey. Let them know. Dr. Audrey said, the clarity reset has truly changed my life. I'm not just saying this because we're friends. I'm being totally honest. I recommend this reset. I promise you healing takes place. Let me tell you something about my friends. We will tell each other, like, you know you're wrong for that, right? There it is. Y'all better grab the clarity reset. And I'm telling you, you want to get it now. It's going up, but before the new year comes in, I said I'm not even going into 2026 with old prices. I'm taking mine up next month. And for those of you that have the original, not the original, the updated copy of the clarity reset, I may have a little surprise for you when the new year comes in, but I'm not going to talk about it yet. But you want to grab the clarity reset. All right, so step 1, you're going to tell yourself the truth. Stop saying it's fine when you know it's not. You lying. Are you a liar? Are you a liar? That is my question. Are you a liar? Wanda said yes. Taking the prices up in December, boo. Stop saying it's fine when you know it's not. You need to write down after this alive, right? Or before you go to bed tonight, write down, where am I settling and where am I shrinking? I want you to write those 2 questions down and answer it. Answer them. Where am I settling and where am I shrinking? If you're on TikTok, can you please hit the like button just a few seconds? Help push the video out. Awareness is going to be your first step toward alignment, okay? You can't raise your standards while lying to yourself about how low they really are. Let me tell you something. My mentor is on here, and I'm still calling her my mentor because, period. I don't care. She's my mentor. She's on here, and earlier this year, she was teaching. I'm trying to think, was it a private class? I don't know if it was, no. So she was teaching, I want to say on live, but she also told me this personally. She was like, Roneshia, I want you to write down what you really want. She said they better catch you before you have 15. I received that in Jesus' name. 15K VIP days, baby. I received that in Jesus' name. And people have VIP days that cost way more than that. I received it and I'm going to write it down when I get off here. No, matter of fact, hold on, y'all. Let me put it in my notepad right now. She said, y'all better catch me before I have these 15K VIP days. And it is so. So she told me, she did this on live and she told me personally, she was like, I want you to write down exactly what you want. Like career-wise, write down exactly what you want. Y'all, I started doing that. And at first, I was not writing down what my heart really desired. And I stopped. I said, wait a minute. Let me stop fronting. And God, you already know. And then I wrote down exactly what I desired. Hello? You all have to be honest. Tell yourself the truth, okay? Some of you have really low standards. Thank you, Dr. Audrey. Some of you have really low standards. You have to be honest with yourself. When she told me to do that, and then I sit and said, okay, God, now how much money do I need to make per month so that I can live the way I want to live? And this is not being extra, having all this extra stuff for social media. No, living comfortably. And when I wrote it down and calculated it, I was like, dang. You hear about people making 20,000, 50,000, 100K per month. I was watching something where someone was like, yeah, one of my clients, they make $1 million a month. $1 million a month. But when you sit and start calculating stuff, I was like, dang, in order for me to pay all of my bills, live like this, drive this, have food, and not have to worry about anything, I'm going to have to at least make $17,000 a month. Then I said, well, I don't want to just keep it at 17. Let me just round up to 20K. I need $20,000 a month just to live how I want to live. I'm telling y'all, if y'all stop lying to yourself and start being real, yeah. So maybe you all should do that exercise also. but the money is out here, okay? Stop saying you're broke, you can't afford it, you're struggling. This, I don't even know why I'm doing saying all this right now because it's not in my notes. Stop saying, oh, well, we're in a recession and all of that, baby. The money is out here, okay? It's out here. There's money to be made. Stop cursing yourself. Now, let me get back on track. So, step one, how to start believing you deserve more. You have to tell yourself the truth, okay? Today, after this live, I want you to write one list. It's going to be called Things I've Been Calling Normal That Are Actually Beneath Me. After this live, write it down. I'll say it again. Your list is going to be called Things I've Been Calling Normal That Are Actually Beneath Me. When you all do this, you can cut people off. You're going to unfollow people on social media. You're going to stop answering phone calls and text messages. You're going to be deleting stuff off your phone. I'm telling you, watch. Now, if you're willing to do this list, type truth in the chat. And I'm going to go on to step two. Step two, that's going to help you start believing that you deserve more. You have to train your nervous system for more. Your body is used to chaos, crumbs, and the bare minimum. Thank you, Jody. Jody typed truth in the chat. Your body is used to chaos, crumbs, and bare minimum. Okay? Calm, consistent, healthy love may feel boring. It's going to feel boring or scary at first, but you're going to have to train your nervous system for more. So you have to let your body experience safety long enough for it to feel normal. I promise you, a lot of the stuff I teach, it seems like, oh my God, this is a lot. But when you train yourself and do it over and over and over and over again, it's going to come to you like nothing. Okay? I stay in a place of a permanent high, permanent marijuana high, and I ain't never smoked marijuana. Lord, we love TikTok shop. I'm just describing it. My old first lady, her husband, would say it's like nothing bothers her. She's just on this permanent marijuana high. I promise y'all. And when I start feeling anything off in my body, I regulate immediately. Okay? So I need you all to take a deep breath. I want you all to inhale, take a deep breath, Dr. Audrey. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. You're going to be inhaling the thought that you're allowed to have more, and you're going to exhale the thought that you don't have to shrink anymore. Okay? So inhale. You're allowed to have more. Now exhale. You don't have to shrink anymore. You don't have to dumb yourself down anymore so that the other person feels comfortable. You don't have to do that no more. I think my TikTok might be stuck. I think it might be frozen. Relax your shoulders, okay? Relax your shoulders, unclench your jaw, soften your belly, let your body feel what more might feel like. More is often calmer and not louder. Take a deep breath. Thank you for hitting the like button on YouTube. Y'all doing y'all big ones with likes. Okay? So this is the type of nervous system work that we do inside of the Clarity Reset. We repeat this until safety feels normal and not suspicious. Step number 3, how to start believing you deserve more. Step 3, you're going to make micro decisions that align with more. Remember, I told y'all stop focusing on these giant lists. Start with these micro decisions, okay? So you're going to start saying no to what drains you. Period. Simple. Start saying no to what drains you. You're also going to start asking TikTok, YouTube, you're going to start asking for what you need. Open your mouth. You're an adult. You have all of this mouth for everything else. Like somebody said, y'all have no problem getting under these people comment sections, these celebrities popping your stuff and just saying anything. If you can do that, you can ask for what you need in real life. Hello? Okay. Also, you're going to start upgrading small things in your environment or your routine. Start with small upgrades, but you have to set your life up for more. Even in that, get rid of old things. Like a lot of people have been talking about getting rid of like old clothes, raggedy clothes, clothes with holes or tears in them, underwear with holes and stuff like that. Get rid of these old clothes. If you put your clothes in trash bags, don't do that. Your clothes are not garbage, okay? So upgrade small things in your environment or routine. And then I need you to start treating yourself like someone who's valuable without a second thought. Does this make sense? All 2,000 of you that's watching, yeah. All right. So you're not going to go from crumbs to castle in one day, although it's possible with God. Hey, all right. But you can stop eating crumbs today. Okay. Some examples of this. Maybe you need to delete that number even while I'm here talking. Maybe you need to go in, delete that contact, and then delete the text thread. Some of y'all like to keep the text thread just in case. I already know. Oh, thank you for the cowboy hat. I've never gotten a gift that big. Oh my God. Who gave me that? Janet, thank you so much. I pray 1,000-fold return to you. That's literally the biggest gift I ever got on TikTok was a cowboy hat. See how you just prepare your life for more and more just comes? That was a perfect example. Okay. But it could be deleting a number, deleting that text thread. You can update your resume. Okay. Buy yourself something that you always said, oh, well, that's too nice for me. Go buy it. I ain't saying getting in debt. I'm not saying that, but go splurge a little. All right. You can start splurging with the clarity reset though. Now, I want you all to tell me in the chat if you're able, if you're not driving and you're able to type, tell me one micro decision you can make this week that says you deserve more. Don't overcomplicate it, y'all. I just got my biggest gift ever on TikTok. Oh my God. Thank you, Janet. Drop one micro decision in the chat that you can make that says, I deserve more. Don't overcomplicate it. It can be something as small as, you know what? I had these old clothes in here and I knew I needed to throw them away. I know I need to throw away these raggedy shoes. I know I need to throw away the stuff from my ex and break this soul tie. Let me know. What are y'all going to do this week? One thing. I'm not moving until I see something in the chat. Janet, Dr. Audrey on YouTube said, God bless you richly. God bless you richly. I'm just waiting on y'all. Before we go to step 4, I'm almost done. I don't have much left. What's one thing you can do this week? Getting the clarity reset. Okay, Natasha, I'm going to hold you to that, sis. Natasha says she's going to get the clarity reset. Anybody else? What's one small thing you can do this week that tells your body, I deserve more? I love that. Janet said meal prep something heavy and study for 30 minutes. I love that. I cannot wait until I get my personal chefs to come over and meal prep. When I start meal prepping, I'm going to go live and let y'all see, but I can't wait until I get, hint, 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 wink, wink, my personal chef to meal prep for me. Rebecca, my grandma's name was Rebecca. Evening stretch. That's good. Evening stretch. I need to steal that, Rebecca. I need to get up here and go for a walk. I might do it since you said that. Naj. I think your name is Naj. The girl who started my locks, her name is Naju. Buy myself some flowers. I love that. I used to have fresh flowers every week. I don't do that anymore, but I love flowers. I didn't even know I love flowers that much until I started getting them like once a week. All right, I'm going to hold y'all to it. Stretch, meal prep, study for 30 minutes, buying fresh flowers. Princess said, declutter old clothes and shoes I don't need. I'm going to hold you to that. And that's another thing I said I was going to do this week. I do that, I feel like a lot, but I feel like it's a few more things I need to get rid of. So I'm going to do that with you, Princess. And I'm not just talking, I said that before I even got on live that I was going to do that. Dr. Audrey said, cleaning my closet out. I know that's right. Ooh, Jody said, letting go of items of excess pictures. Baby, let it go, let it be. Let it go. Some of you may have heard the story when I told you all I was trying the hardest soul tie I ever had to break, y'all. From this ex, where we had our wedding planned out. Anyway, he bought me some red bottoms before it was even popping like that. Threw those away. Y'all, that wasn't hard for me. Y'all know what almost made me break down? When I had to cut up that big teddy bear he bought me. I love teddy bears, and it was a huge teddy bear. That's what bothered me the most. It wasn't the pictures. It wasn't the jewelry. I pawned one. Y'all play too much. I pawned it. It was a teddy bear for me. I need me a new teddy bear. I think I'm gonna go to Build-A-Bear. But this was a huge teddy bear. Me too. Listen, that was the hardest part for me. Okay, y'all, let me finish this up. Step 4. I'm giving you the steps, okay? These are the steps on how you can believe that you deserve more. How to believe you deserve more. Step number 4, you need to surround yourself with alignment and not just inspiration, okay? You cannot keep hanging out in the same spaces that normalize struggle, chaos, and self-neglect. Stop it. You need rooms that speak to the version of who you are becoming. You need people that speak to who you are becoming, okay? Some of you are the healthiest one in your circle, and this is why you feel guilty for growing. Hello? That's why you feel guilty, because you're the healthiest one in the circle. All right? So this is why I created spaces like my social media pages and then the Clarity Reset, so that you know you're not doing this work alone. Okay? You don't want to be around people or in rooms that benefit from your low standards. Are you hearing me? Some people benefit off of the broken version of you. Me, my goal is to help you heal, not to benefit off of your brokenness. What's up, money mommy? Okay? So drop I choose more in the chat if you're willing. Well, you already said what you all are going to do, so just put I choose more. You already said you're going to make, you already put the steps, what you're going to do, the micro decisions. So just put I choose more in the chat. And that's going to be your way of committing to at least one aligned decision this week. So we're about to go into the affirmations, you all. Y'all know I got affirmations for you. Why? Because the power of life and death lies in your tongue. We're almost at the end. Before I jump into these affirmations, if you have not hit the like button on YouTube, please hit the like button. If you're on TikTok, thank you so much for joining and for talking. Please tap the screen. Ooh, what is TikTok doing? Okay. They said, girl, do this puzzle. TikTok, tap the screen so I know. Well, just tap the screen real fast. All right, let's get into these affirmations, you all. Repeat after me. If you want to put your hand on your chest, you can. No phone calls, please. Ignore. Thank you. Thank you for liking the live, Janet. Y'all, me and my desk be fighting, as you can see. Okay, let's go, you all. Repeat after me. I am not asking for too much. I've been accepting too little. Mhm. It is safe for me to want more. I am worthy of respect, peace, and honor. I release the guilt around wanting better for myself. Some of you, your family makes you feel guilty for it. You can set boundaries with family too. Anyway, last one. I am a daughter who deserves alignment, not leftovers. Now take a deep breath. Let your body actually feel everything you just declared. Remember, your nervous system believes repetition, and experience, not just ideas, okay? So, those of you that need it, make sure you come back to this part of the replay so you can get these affirmations. So, when that voice starts talking to you again saying, you don't deserve that, who do you think you are? You can just pull up these affirmations, all right? And if you're watching the replay, comment replay right here so I know you're watching. You can even save this video. I was telling somebody, you can save the video in your favorites on YouTube as well, if it'll be easier for you. So before we wrap up, is it okay that I share the clarity reset with you? Drop yes in the chat if that's okay. Oh, hey, Joshua. Thank you. I love when men come around. Thank you, Joshua. If it's okay, thank you. I see some yeses. Thank you so much. All right. So I'm going to talk to the woman who is done living beneath where she was called to. If you know that today's live has exposed that you have been settling, the clarity reset is the space where you untangle all of this. Okay? Thank you, Princess. For 7 days, I walk you through releasing mental clutter, regulating your nervous system, and getting clear on what you want. I think my favorite part is the part about boundaries, but I'm going to help you stop talking yourself out of the life that you have been praying for. How in the world are you praying for it, but then on the other hand, you don't even believe you deserve it? Okay? This is not just a program, it's a reset for your mind, your emotions, your standards, your body, all of the things. Okay? So this is for the high functioning woman who loves God, but she's tired of surviving. You may be extremely successful on the outside, but on the inside, you still struggle. You feel like you're crumbling. You feel like you can't talk to anybody. You're like, well, who's here for me? I pour and pour and pour. This is for you, okay? But it has to be someone who's willing and ready to do the inner work. Now, I'll walk you through all 7 days, but you got to be willing to do the work now, okay? This is not for someone that just likes to consume content. You just want to come get your dopamine hits and leave. This is not for you, okay? But if you're ready to start normalizing crumbs in your relationship, your purpose, and with yourself, this was created just for you. So you can actually start today. Don't wait another month. Here you go. Well, I'll do it next month, or I'll do it later. Your nervous system is begging for relief now. Why are you procrastinating? In case you all forgot, Thanksgiving is this week. Thanksgiving 2025 is this week. Next week is December. The week after that is pretty much going to be January 2026. How well has procrastination been working for you this year? Has it been working for you? Let me know in the chat. Procrastination. What has it done for you this year? Okay. Your future self will thank you for the decision you make today. Look at AI on TikTok talking about believe you deserve more. Okay? Nothing exactly, Dr. Audrey. So if you're ready to stop surviving on barely enough, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically, start the clarity reset on YouTube. The comment is literally pinned. It's the pinned comment. You can click on it, grab the clarity reset. If you're on TikTok, you have to send a DM. This is my new TikTok page, so I can't upload a link yet on my bio. In my bio, I don't know if the new rules are 1,000. If so, I'm almost at 1,000. The TikTok just changed something like this week, so I don't know. So on TikTok, you have to DM me the word clarity. All right. But YouTube, all you have to do is click it. It's right there. No excuse. You can start today. You can complete day one. Day one today. You get lifetime access. Okay. Like I said earlier, right now, you may want to grab it. Janet said clarity. Janet, can you DM that to me? And I'll send you the link when I get off. Yeah, so like I said earlier, right now, you may want to get it while you can, because in December, before the new year comes in, my prices are going up. Now, there's something I'm thinking strongly about doing for everyone who has the newest version of the Clarity Reset for 2026. And if you already have it at the current price, you don't have to worry about anything else. If I do what I'm thinking about doing, you're good to go. Now, you can procrastinate, and then you're going to come back and you're going to see the price is going to be more than double than what it is now. And I'm not apologizing for it. It is what it is. All right. So DM me the word clarity and I'll send you the link. If you're on YouTube, it's right there. Click on it. Grab that today. Whenever you invest in any of my products, you automatically get access to send me messages on my website. Don't forget that. Okay. You all make sure you are subscribed to my channel on YouTube. Make sure you are following me on TikTok. Make sure your notifications are on, even though they just make sure they're on. Make sure they're on and share this live with a woman who needs to stop settling for less. My replays are always on my YouTube channel. Okay? I may be back. I'm supposed to be back live tomorrow. Y'all know I stopped doing these back-to-back lives, but I was supposed to do this live this weekend, so it's possible that I'll be back tomorrow to do our live for tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Wednesday. If I do it tomorrow, I'm going to do it early because I know y'all going to start cooking Thanksgiving dinner tomorrow night. So I'll get on early if I do decide to do it tomorrow. All right? Does anybody have any questions? Thank you, Dr. Audrey. I absolutely received that 10 times over. All right? You all remember you deserve more. You've always deserved more, even if you don't realize it. Now, your only job is to stop arguing with that truth. I don't care what they said. I don't care what they taught you. I don't care what they told you. You deserve more. All right? I love you. You are not crazy. You are not greedy. It's okay. I used to think I was crazy too. You're not crazy. You're not greedy. You're just finally done living beneath your calling. So I'll see you on the next live, which is possibly tomorrow. Until then, remember that wanting more was never the problem. And if you're connected to people that make you feel bad for wanting more, baby, cut them off. Cut them off. Cut them off. Somebody commented something. Was it on TikTok today? She was like, my family just wants to see me struggle or something. I said, girl, screw them. Oh, okay. Stop arguing with what God has said about you. You deserve to live an abundant life, all right? And we're going to do that together. So I'll see you all on the next live. TikTok, thank you for the likes and all of the things. This phone is hot. It's burning. Jesus, that phone is hot. YouTube, y'all did y'all big one with the likes. Thank you for engaging, YouTube. Thank you for moderating, Dr. Audrey, and anyone else. Thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for talking back to me so that I'm not talking to myself. I love y'all. I will see y'all on the next live. And for those that are not able to get on then, have a happy, safe, blessed, fun, stress-free, peaceful Thanksgiving. Don't let those ninjas mess up your Thanksgiving. Go watch the video I released yesterday about family dinners, okay?